السلام عليكم صباح الخير كيف الحال كيف اليوم كيف الدنيا إن شاء الله أنت بخير أهلا وسهلا to my YouTube channel. اسمي فاطمة and today is day 3 of VEDA, vlogging every day in August. And today's topic is around your language learning environment. So setting up your study environment, and I'll be sharing tips on creating like an effective and motivating space for language learning. So one thing I can say is this: language learning, just like your space and your environment, is not going to be one size fits all or even one size fits most. I say you have got to do what works for you. For instance, people will say like, oh, go for a walk and put on some Pimsleur. For me, that just does that doesn't work. Going on a walk and doing Pimsleur does not work. Perhaps folding laundry and putting on Pimsleur does work for me because that's more of my lifestyle. I'm a mom, a wife, and I'm doing a lot of laundry throughout the week all the time. And I absolutely hate folding the laundry at the end of it. Like washing and drying it, I'm fine. But folding it or hanging it is something that I kind of drag my feet doing. So listening to Pimsleur, for instance, at that point would be something that I could do at that time because that makes sense. And I pretty much am robotic when it comes to doing the laundry to where I can still effectively listen to and pay attention to Pimsleur in that moment. So that's just one example. But when you think about like your physical environment, like what does that look like? I've come across a ton of YouTube videos where people have said like, don't learn in the environment where you do other things that kind of contradict with learning. For instance, if you have a living room where you actually watch TV, you may not want to also study in that type of environment as well. If you have a bedroom where you relax and lounge and watch TV, you may not want to study on your bed. So already I contradict those two things because where I do the majority of my studying and language learning practice is on the couch in the man cave with my husband and my son. While they're doing other things, I'm in my little corner on the couch and I am studying with my headphones on, writing, reading, doing all the things in Arabic. And they pretty much know that, like, I'm here with you. I'm present if you need to talk to me really quickly, but that is just where I feel most comfortable in the afternoons whenever I am decompressing from work. Also, depending on the day of the week, certain moments I may want to get some studying in earlier in the morning, and so I'm going to be in bed, and then I'll be able to pull out my laptop, my iPad, my phone, whatever device I plan on using to study in that moment. So for me, I do what makes me feel comfortable and safe in certain moments. When it comes to listening to music, the main time that I know that I can listen to music is if I'm dropping my son off to his sitter 4 days out of the week. So I know that when I'm in the car, I can listen to music and it's kind of like a flow. Again, I'm robotic with driving. Yeah, I'm paying attention, but I know where I'm going. I don't have to look at directions and I can get there safely while listening to some Arabic music. So that's whenever I will listen to like Arabic music. So it's kind of like putting one habit with another, if that makes sense, where you're actually doing something that you normally do that you know how to do really well, and then you're adding on a layer of language learning at that time. Like that's the environment for me, right? Like that's how I look at it. It's an environment that you're creating for yourself. So as I just mentioned, the main things that I use as far as my environment, it doesn't have to be in a particular physical place, but the physical items that I use that are mostly for the purpose of digital language learning is my laptop, my iPad, my telephone, and sometimes, depending on where I'm at, I may also use TV as well, which is a smart TV with apps like YouTube or like the Arabic TV app called Shahid. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Shahid or Shahid. I use those apps for learning. And by learning, I mean like actually listening practice and figuring out things for like native content, if you will. So my environment is very different than the folks that are on StudyGram. Do I have a proper office? Yes. Do I have a proper desk? Yes. But I find that being in the office and being at the desk does not make me any more productive or any less productive than being wherever I choose to be throughout my house. Now, that may not work for everyone, and there are probably people that are like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't have a huge mansion of a house, so obviously I may end up working or learning out of my bedroom or my living room, but that's where you may have a designated space. Like I mentioned, in the man cave, although I'm in there with my husband and my son, I am in a particular corner. Like, I have my side of the couch, I have my corner. They know that that's where my stuff is, right? Even whenever I'm in my bed, in my bedroom, looking at things, I'm not just like laying down and lounging on my side. I'm literally sitting up. You know what I mean? Like, I have on proper clothing at that point as well. And I am alert, aware, focused, right? Same thing when I'm in the car. I'm not just listening to it whenever my son's in the car. Sometimes I do. It depends on his mood for the morning, but I'll listen to it most likely on the way back home. So after I drop him off at home at his sitter, and I'm on my way back home, I'll be listening to music at that time because I know that I actually can focus on what's being said because he's not distracting me by talking and asking questions and all the things, right? Because I actually want to engage with him. That's more important than anything. So I have those 3 devices as well, like I mentioned, as far as my phone, my laptop, and my iPad for multiple reasons, right? So my iPad is going to be mainly about writing. That is where I write. I do not have a physical notebook, because I am a paper hoarder, okay? I am a stationery hoarder. I will buy all the cute things and have a notebook for every single thought. Never really complete them, and then I'll just have a whole gang of them. And I can't lug those around. So that was the main reason why I got an iPad. I think that I'm a late bloomer when it comes to an iPad. I just got one this year. And so it's because I just never thought that I had a need for one before. But now with like all of the PDFs and stuff that I have from class and things that I have to write, and you know, when you're learning a language, it is definitely very heavy writing versus typing, because the ustada wants to make sure that you understand and you know how to write the language that you're learning. So my iPad is very, very useful for that. That is what I use my iPad for the most. What I use my phone for the most as it pertains to language learning, I would say is like Google Translate or Reversio, that particular app. What else? I'm checking and keeping up with my class on the Canvas app. And what else am I doing on my phone, really? Oh, when it comes to like social media, like for instance, Instagram, I have an Instagram page that is just solely for Arabic. So that's something that I do mainly on my phone. So it's kind of like, the reason why I'm saying it like this is because I know depending on the device that I pick up, it puts me in a different environment. iPad, writing, right? Phone, quick updates, but still language focused. And then my laptop is where like I do research. I normally read on my laptop as well as it pertains to like my textbook. So I'll have my textbook up on my laptop while I am writing in my iPad. And then if I have a curiosity about how something is pronounced or a thought that I'm trying to quickly put together to test myself, that might take place on my phone through the Google Translate app or Reversio. Is it Reversio or Reverso? Yeah, Reverso. So yeah, I mean, like each device is a different environment for me. That's like how I think about it. So your environment you can create, and it's up to you how you end up creating that. Whew, okay, I'm done. I think I'm done. If you enjoyed this video, definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe to the community if you're not already. As I mentioned, we will be vlogging or putting up short clips every day in August. And inshallah, these things can help you not only in August, but help you beyond that. Because right now, I only have 2 subscribers or 1 subscriber. And I think that's me from my other channel. So with that being said, inshallah, the people who need these types of videos will find them, and we will have a community together. Until next time, folks, ma'asalama.